We're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Youth Education and Families Institute at the National League of Cities.
This is an opportunity for us to pause, to reflect, to celebrate, but also to recommit to this important work going forward for the next 20 years. The late Tom Menino, as the former mayor of Boston, had a grand vision of a place that city leaders could go for what he called practical help and advice in improving outcomes for children, youth, and families.
YEF, when it was created not as a think tank. It was built in a way to take action. The most important thing was the technical assistance and the connection with leaders around America, and to bring them together and to make sure that we were taking action on important policy decisions that was related to youth and families.
The YEF Council has made a difference in my city because it has not only given me the knowledge and tools necessary as an elected leader to implement programs that support my citizens, but it's also given me an ability to network with other city leaders throughout the country. So it's been the technical information as well as the network in order to be successful.
The goal is for us to think together, to learn from each other, and to build a national conversation, not just localized.
Poverty, education, economic opportunities, and financial empowerment and healthcare, those are all the kinds of things that YEF helped us with. They've developed programs that can work not only in large cities, but in small cities too. So we're not the forgotten people. There are more small cities than there are large cities, and YEF has not forgotten that.
What makes a city strive is a strong education and a strong foundation for learning. And it begins with working with our families, and the cities simply have to come to the table and help coordinate those issues. And YEF has been important in helping bring that to the forefront for mayors and council members.
The three crises of 2020, the pandemic, the economic crisis, and the social justice crisis in our country, have revealed the great disparities in outcomes for kids and families across the nation. The mission of the YEF Institute is more important than ever now. We need to address those disparities. We need to move towards a more equitable society, and city leaders have a big role to play in that.
The challenges around racial injustice and racial inequities, these are enormous challenges that when we bring kind of every tool we have to bear on it, it still oftentimes feels like we are fighting by ourselves. And so, there's a morale boost that comes with knowing that we have partners and teammates across the country. There's a lot of learning that comes alongside it, and there's an enormous set of resources, and it's been very helpful.
Mayors, council members are struggling to feeling like they have to reinvent the wheel. And you don't. With an organization like YEF, with their leadership and their team, they will help you pull together those best practices.
The combination of passion and deep expertise among members of the YEF Institute staff really has driven our success.
Anybody who's not part of YEF, what are you waiting on? I mean, you got to get involved, because being a part of YEF, it helps me be a better council person.
We're committed to the work of YEF to make sure that everybody that lives in a community get all the resources they need to be successful.
Over 20 years, the YEF Institute has built core capacity on education, early childhood, health and wellness, youth and young adult connections, economic security for families. The next challenge for the next 20 years is to more fully integrate that work.
I've been involved with YEF for 20 years. I have had a wonderful experience. I would hope that in the future they will keep that same focus on improving outcomes for youth and for families. And YEF has changed America. It may have been one city at a time, but YEF has changed America.